When I started at Henderson and Associates, I was excited to join the team. That excitement died 3 days later when accounting pulled me aside and explained the coffee situation. Every employee had to join the mandatory office coffee club. Monthly dues, scheduled brewing shifts, and a point system that somehow always resulted in me being charged extra. The club coordinator was a woman named Patricia. Patricia had a checklist. Patricia loved checklists. The rules were simple, Patricia said. Contribute $20 monthly. Show up on time for your brew shift. Follow the posted instructions exactly. Simple, right? Then came the amendments. The first month we needed new filters. That was an extra $5. Next month, premium beans for office morale. Another 10. By month 3, Patricia announced we needed a coffee scale because, and I quote, eyeballing it is unprofessional. The dues were now $45 monthly, and being 1 minute late to your shift cost $5 from your next paycheck. Patricia caught me leaving my shift early one day, just 2 minutes early to make a deadline. $5 deducted automatically. I appealed to HR. HR said Patricia had discretionary authority over all coffee-related matters. That was when I got the printed coffee instructions from her desk. Every single step typed in 12-point Times New Roman. How much water, how much grounds, how many times to stir. Even the exact brand of stir stick. I read every word. Then I read it again, and again. I became the perfect coffee club number. Every morning I arrived at exactly my shift start time. Not 1 second before, not 1 second after. I measured the water with a kitchen syringe Patricia had provided, exact to the milliliter. Grounds weighed to the gram. Stirred counterclockwise exactly 7 times as specified. I documented every single brew with my phone camera, timestamp visible. If Patricia's instructions said 7 stirs, she got 7 stirs. If they said tap the filter twice, I tapped twice. The coffee was technically perfect. The process took 47 minutes. The problem was the second shift. Patricia's rules said coffee had to brew for exactly 14 minutes before serving. The first shift ran from 7 to 7:45. By the time I finished my documentation and cleaned up, it was 8:20. By rule, nobody could touch the coffee until 8:14. But the second shift started their brew at 8:45, meaning nobody got coffee until almost 9. Patricia complained that people were leaving for the coffee shop down the street. I reminded her this was all according to her exact specifications. The rules were the rules. Then came the annual audit. Patricia demanded everyone submit their brew logs for the past 6 months. Every measurement. Every timestamp. Every stir count. People who'd been eyeballing it for years suddenly had to produce documentation they never kept. I handed over 18 weeks of photo evidence, time-stamped and organized in a binder with colored tabs. Greg from sales had nothing. Linda from marketing had nothing. The intern? Nothing. Patricia fined everyone except me. My coffee was perfect. The process was flawless. The irony was not lost on anyone. By month 5, the coffee club had lost half its members. People transferred to other departments. One guy took a demotion just to escape. The ones who remained were the ones who'd been documenting everything perfectly from the start. Me, and ironically, Patricia herself. Without members, the club couldn't afford premium beans. Then it couldn't afford regular beans. The scale broke. There was no budget to replace it. Patricia called an emergency meeting. I attended. I sat in the front row. I took notes. Patricia announced we had 3 options. Increase dues again, reduce service to twice weekly, or dissolve the club entirely. The room voted. Dissolution passed 4-1. Patricia voted against, but her single vote didn't matter. When Patricia handed me my final month's dues statement, I noticed they owed me $2.37 from an overcalculation. I submitted the reimbursement form that same day. I'm still waiting for the check. Patricia retired last week. Unrelated, probably. My coffee at home tastes better anyway.